Good morning, curling fans. Welcome to another edition of Coffee, Croissants, Curling, and Curdia. I got it this time, but I probably still said it American. I am John. With me, as always, is the Rick to my Morty is Pim.
Good morning.
We are looking at a new season, the first match of the spring rounds. We're going to figure out what round. Yeah, right? New season. Yeah, Belgium does things differently here. You know, we put things halfway. We put relegation halfway through the season, relegation promotion. So, you know, speaking of which, we have one of our newly promoted teams, Luxembourg, jumping up from the B division up into A, going up against a strong Grey Ducks team. They played really well last year. They're a semi-new team, but they have some veteran leadership with Tom van Waterschop skipping. Walter Scott. We'll just say Tom. It's easier for me.
This is Tom.
And there's Tom. Tom is a veteran player. He's been on the national teams. Really strong, really good skills. One of the better players in the league. His vice skip is Stefan, also another veteran player. So really expect a strong match out of them. They played really well in the first half of the season. Deserved their A team spot, A division spot. So we're going to see what they're going to do against Luxembourg, a Luxembourg team that they brought many different lineups in the last season. We saw at least 7 different players.
I think
play
7
for them.
And their kind of lead player, Alex, the face of Luxembourg, isn't here today. So that's also kind of surprising to see. Normally he is the skip of Luxembourg. He decides on the calls and the strategy. So I'm pretty curious to see how that will go today without Alex skipping the Luxembourg team in their debut for the Belgium Curling A division. But we have more matches today, or this weekend basically, if we kind of have a sneak peek at the calendar. We have Belgium curling. Today we have a morning match, a breakfast match, Grey Ducks against Luxembourg. But then tomorrow there are 2 additional matches. There is also a match in the afternoon in the B division, but we're not going to stream that. Not because we don't like the B division, but because we are playing that game ourselves. And we're not going to stream the season if we play, just to make sure we have high quality streaming content. But tomorrow we have Brewers Ducks against Fury. Fury already setting up their game this morning against Housekeepers, and then later in the afternoon we have Fury for the second time against another Duck team. So they will have a Duck deja vu.
Yeah,
tomorrow.
it's a Fury Duck doubleheader tomorrow. Looking forward to it. Fury is also playing a doubleheader today. They're playing this morning against Desperate Housekeepers. That should be another good match. We'll keep you up to date on that one. And then later this afternoon they are playing the. I don't know. That one I forgot to write down. So I don't know.
We'll mention it. But if you look at the league standings, totally blank league standings. We start out fresh, and this is what the Belgian Curling League A division looks like. We just ranked them based on how they ended last year, with Luxembourg and Fury coming in on the bottom, and of course Team Vreken. It's a new start. I'm gonna re-mention their name
We
again.
can mention them. They haven't done anything yet this season, so we can talk about them.
I think 2 surprising teams in second place and third place, Brewers Ducks and Desperate Housekeepers. I wouldn't have estimated them being second and third in the beginning of the season, but they performed well. They actually played good, and Housekeepers is one of those teams that really grows into a competition. Last year they even ended up winning the Belgium Cup, so they're all already kind of considered as an outsider or a future challenger for the national team.
Oh yeah, for sure. And definitely they'll be challenging for the top of the table this season as well. I expect good things from them. You know, they tend to.
I think the match has already started. We were blabbing, or
No. They're still.
Oh, they're still doing.
That's still the warm ups.
Okay.
No, don't worry. We got plenty of time. They started the warm ups late.
Sneak peek of our new scoreboard for people with a Hawkeye, but we'll come to that later. So back to the curling A division, we were talking about Housekeepers being one of the kind of teams that are tipped to be challenging. And then also Grey Ducks, 6th. They started with their new team directly in the A division because they had Tom and Stefan with a lot of points being senior members. But they established, they kind of proven they belong in the A division.
Yeah.
Now today we'll see if they can immediately start with a win against newcomers Luxembourg.
Yeah, this is gonna be an interesting season. We're gonna see a lot of teams that I think the quality has gone up in the A division every year. Belgian curling in general, quality's gone up, and so we're seeing a lot more teams where you expect them on paper. Oh yeah, these guys you can pencil them in for second or third on the table, and then they ended up in fifth. So like for Steingood, for example, and not that they had a bad season. It was just that the competition was that much better. So we definitely saw a lot of surprise results, I would say. I mean, not Raken, obviously, but in other matches. So that's we're looking forward to more of those this season, and hopefully we get some exciting curling all the way through.
Yeah. Also talking about Luxembourg, if we look at what the B division looks like, we have lesser teams than the kind of first half of the season, because Dan Schropkes isn't participating anymore.
Oh, we have fewer teams. Fewer teams.
Yeah, and also the founders, they dropped out. They had -1, and now they're not competing anymore, which is kind of a loss, I think, as the only Ghent team from the Ghent club. It's always nice to have multiple clubs in Belgium joining in our Belgium league, but maybe second half of the season. Also important to notice that Canadians relegated, but they had a player kind of retiring from curling, and that's why they decided not to compete in the B division for the second half, so you wouldn't be seeing Canadians. That also explains why we have a bit fewer teams, but there's also a newcomer, a new Luxembourg team, the Luxembourg Red Lions, so we could have a Luxembourg derby somewhere in the near future here in Belgium.
That could be. Yep, so we're looking forward to it. You see the Takeout Tigers, we did not have a strong season last year. We did manage to win our last game to at least take some points, but disappointing results. We had a couple of really bad matches. A couple of matches were really close that just came down to centimeters, but that's curling. And so we're going to be fighting our way this season, try to take one of those top 2 spots to get the promotion back to A, and we're going to hope to fight to stay there. We've also got a little bit of a change. Peter, our third, he retired as well. He's taken over as the club president, and so he has been a bit busier with that. So he decided he's going to be focusing a lot more on the club side, still supporting us, still being a big fan of ours, but yeah, unfortunately he won't be playing with us this spring, so we'll see or winter or whatever round we're calling it. I don't know.
I'm calling it the spring rounds. We'll check with the BCA if they have kind of official terms, and maybe for next year if you can.
We'll sort something out. Yeah. We'll get this thing a little bit more realistic.
We also have a kind of surprise announcement, a big reveal, but let's keep that as a surprise for tomorrow.
Okay.
You know what it is, but you're probably forgetting.
I'm probably forgetting it right now because it's morning and I haven't even had my first sip of coffee yet. So,
So looking at the B division, we have next to the Takeout Tigers, Blue Huskies. They have been in the B division, I think, for third year, and a lot of people expect them to promote this half of the season. They play so well in international tournaments.
Yeah,
did a very good European B division in Östersunds. And now with Luxembourg and Verie out of the way, and also Canadians who relegated not participating, this could be an opportunity also for the Huskies to promote.
Yeah, but
get their place in the A division.
But don't sleep on the under-18s. They played super well. Like last season, they had a chance to even take one of those top 2 spots. They had a couple of matches come down to extra stones, or the last stone, and it just came off they lost one match by literally 2 centimeters. They're just about to do their LSDs, so
right. Yeah, I kind of forget to look at the ice, but then also that is cool, and ended on the 3rd place for their first season. Also newcomers, I think now they're about 1 year into practice. They haven't curling for 1 year, but still.
Yeah.
In the first half of the season, and then taking that 3rd position in the B division.
You see them getting better. Yeah. And we have no idea what Red Lions is going to look like. So who knows? They could be another A division team coming out of Luxembourg. So it's really kind of up in the air as what we're going to see this season in the B division. So.
Are the Red Lions going to be the dark horse? That's the question. I don't know the players that well. We've played with them or against them in Dusseldorf, but that was a Bonspiel on hockey ice, so that was not really comparable.
Yeah.
We couldn't really tell whether that was kind of a reveal.
Yeah, we're throwing peel weight to get to the T line is that's hard to really judge what's going on there. So,
John, so this is also kind of a new season for us. What do we have, let's say, for our viewers as new candy, new snacks?
We have got new technology stuff. I've got a new clicker. It's an old repurposed Bluetooth Nintendo thing, but I can use it as to marking my score so I don't have to write down things. Maybe, I think I still have to write down shot of the match. I didn't get things finished programming, but it's going to help me pay a little bit more attention to this. You guys won't notice it, but I think hopefully it'll help improve the quality of that. But we also have a new scoreboard. So I shouldn't get lost on what stone it is or who's throwing or what end. You guys will be able to follow the ends and the stones, everything else. So really looking forward to showing you guys that stuff. Hopefully we'll be getting some more offline content, condensed matches. We'll be putting out more highlights, trying to put together a highlight reel of the first half of the season, or the fall round, winter round, whatever we're calling it. I don't know. I'll be trying to put together not only the shots of the match, but also the shots that were in contention, that are worth mentioning. So we're gonna have quite hopefully I'll have that out sooner or later.
Yep.
Sooner rather than later.
That's also in the pipeline is a video of Östersund. We were at Östersund and we're kind of making it a look back video behind the scenes. I'm still kind of working on doing the final post-production, but I want to have it out during January. That's kind of the ambition, to have it out end of January. But we have some preparations for something. Can't reveal it right now. Let's do the big announcement reveal tomorrow. But we have some big surprise reveal for you guys. But for now, the intermediate surprise reveal is we have breakfast. This is a breakfast edition. We stay true to our tradition.
Coffee, croissants, curling, and curdia.
Perfect morning, right? And what else do you have to do on a Saturday morning?
Right, if you're tuning in here, probably not very much.
But very much appreciated if you're out there live, following us, following the stream. Make sure you engage. The chat is open. If you guys chat, we're very approachable. We don't mind comments, even if the comments are, let's say, dad jokes or puns. We don't mind at all. No problem. So what's happening on the ice so far?
They are done. They are getting ready to get started. I believe we're seeing opening handshakes and little chit chat. So let's jump on over to the ice and let's get started.
Oh man, that sucks.
Let me do this. Booth, we're coming back here. No, microphones are okay.
Okay.
So it was just on that far one, they were off. Sorry for the jumping around, folks. We're just trying to make sure that things got there. Okay, so, oops. All right, now we're,
pretty happy we didn't lost the whole intro with muted mic there.
That would have been... That would have been funny, in a very bad way.
Yeah. I still want to find some kind of mouse that's a little bit more quiet in terms of the clicking noises.
And away we go.
First stone of the spring season, spring split. And don't want it on a dolly, just
this one is a little bit deep. Yeah, they're gonna try to sweep this one through. Just stays biting in the back of the house.
Luxembourg has the hammer, so I switched that. So now the names should be fine. First thrower of Grey Ducks was he.
Oh, and now we have to figure out a way to click next.
Oh yeah. this.
This is going to be a problem. This is where we need the clicker to work.
Yeah, we need a little bit of rotation. The new scoreboard also expects us to do a little bit more actions behind the scenes, but that will get smoother as we go. It's also for us like the big test to see how this scoreboard will work.
All right, this one comes on into the house. See, Tom's just going to ask this one to get rid of it.
Also, hopefully we lost the static noise. We had some issues with static noise in the last couple of streams. We worked hard over the winter break to get that fixed, and we'll review it after the game. But if you hear static noise, please let us know. But I think it should be solved, right?
Yep. Quite the pace of play so far. They're just jumping right through it. This one seemed to turn quite hard, sharply, right in the middle there. They're going to try to sweep this one to get this one into the house, hold it straight or something. But I think that's going to just drift. Ooh, just stays biting on the house. Okay, interesting one there. It could come into play later. Here we have Christoph's first stone of the day. Trying to take this red one out of the top of the house.
Stefan without the deer hat. I don't think he has a spring edition or a spring hat.
Holiday season is over, so no more reindeer Christmas hat. Oh, a nice takeout here. Is that going to stay in the house? Ooh, just misses underneath that other one and slides out of play. But got the job done. Got that first stone, that red stone out of there. Yellow's lying shot. Now, Luxembourg has a decision. Are they going to... Yeah, it looks like they're going to try to take this one out. Now, this is Shiori from Luxembourg. I don't think I've seen her play, so...
No, for me, it's also a new face. I've attended the Four Nations Neighbor Cups in Luxembourg the last 2 years, but maybe she's a new player.
Oops, this one just misses wide.
Some heavy breathing on your sides.
Heavy breathing on my side?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Let's try to fix that. How's that better?
Just better, yeah.
Okay. It's funny, I can't hear you. Oops. Oh, Tom's yelling hard, quickly. Wants this one. Wants him to hold it, gets it. That's going to slide all the way over. It sits in the house. Maybe a dangerous position. Possible double there, but not likely worth going for the double on that. I think they're just going to try to get rid of this one. Wants the sweepers to sweep. Trying to hold this one on line. Appears that it's going to catch it. Ooh, then holds it in the back of the house. Back of the 8-foot. I'm just asking Stefan to just get rid of it. Probably a medium weight. Oh, that one looks a bit outside from my view. Looked like it released it just a little bit outside. Oh, there it goes. Falls back on. So I guess that was hashtag wrong. What a surprise.
The first hashtag wrong of the season, of the second half of... I'm not going to say second half of the season anymore. I think I'm just going to call it the new season for now.
Yeah, we'll get that terminology down soon. Very nice stone from Stefan, though. Gets that other one out, rolls it far enough away, but stays in the house. It's going to be difficult to double that. Not even going to try, I think.
Well, Volker kind of has the old-fashioned sliding technique where you really in the past used to throw the stone. I think he didn't actually throw the stone, but he had that kind of active sliding.
All right. Easy little takeout there. Now with all these takeouts, we're struggling. You know, we don't know how the ice is curling. Everything has been just takeout, takeout, takeout. So we have no idea how the ice is going this morning. Is it curling? Is it slow? We don't know. We don't know. We'll just have to guess. This one looks to be coming in nicely. Nice nose hit, stays over there. It's stone from Stefan. And coming back with yet another takeout. What a surprise.
Will be a fast game like that.
Takeout, takeout, takeout. Yep. Ooh. Called for the sweepers like right away. Making sure this one holds, looks good. And rolls it in front of that yellow stone. Really nice play there. Really nice positioning on that stone. I've just realized I can't hear you or the on-ice microphones. Can you hear the on-ice microphones?
I can hear the on-ice microphones, yeah. I also can hear you.
Huh. All right, we'll have to check that in a moment.
In between ends.
I hear you live, so it's okay, but it's always nicer when it's in my headphones. All right, so Tom's coming in with a takeout here. They want to be careful not to run it back on there, but needs to curl. There we go. That's going to be just nice. Peels it out, loses a shooter, but keeps their stone in the back there.
Yeah, very good. Nice stone there.
So as Ducks don't have the hammer, they're either looking for the steal or hoping for a blank. I think that's what they're looking for. But now they're going to be Luxembourg. You can see them talking about freezing it up against that yellow. Make it difficult for the Ducks to get that stone out of there. I would say a force of one's not the worst result either for the Ducks. I think Luxembourg's going to try to find a way to build up try to score two here. A freeze on this yellow would be really good. But then that would still open it up for the Grey Ducks to come back and freeze over on top of that to force them to one. But freezes are very difficult to make. You know, it's that any little gap kind of can change things. This looks a bit heavy. Is it going to fall? Nope. You see Volker shaking his head, nope.
Yeah, Volker's given up on the stone.
Just a bit heavy, also maybe a little bit outside. All right, so Tom wanting a, gonna try to set up something here. So they're gonna keep the, put this yellow one high in the house. Looked like he was tapping in the 8-foot circle there. So they want this one above the tee line. I think that's the most important. Hard to say. This one looks. No, see it slowed down right there. As soon as it started to turn, it started to slow down, then started to turn a lot. That's going to be a really nice one.
Maybe
Just a
overcurls
little bit deeper than they wanted, but it's really nice. It closes that down.
Yeah, it's good stone. Forces Luxembourg to only score 1 point here.
Well, if they run this back right, a nose hit on that yellow would hold the shooter. Oh yeah, that's right. It would force them to one. Yeah.
Yeah, because they have only 1 stone in play. So
yeah, that's correct. Yes.
So I spent a lot of time developing a new scoreboard. That was.
No, I knew that they were. I knew this was their last stone, but
sure. They couldn't score 2 points.
They can't score 2 points. No, so that's just me being normal self. Sweeping to hold this one. Looks good. It's going to overcurl a little bit, but that's not going to matter. Still going to get the one.
And that's 1 red. And for those of you that had the kind of impression, wait a minute, it's a scoreboard, but there is no score included. What the hell, did they forget it? Well, we did not forget it. We actually have...
Nope, that's the wrong end.
The wrong end?
And the wrong team.
Oops, but people can see that because it's hidden.
Wrong team. Yeah, they can.
They can? Oh, yeah.
It updates automatically.
But this is the actual scoreboard right here. And we can toggle as we please. Now I should not forget to move the angles of the camera.
No, they've already thrown. They're not giving us any time to do anything.
Oh, true.
And I needed to adjust the audio, but you started playing at the scoreboard, so...
Well, I have to do all of that stuff. I'll get more handy as I go.
Yeah, we'll figure this out. There's a lot of things we forgot to... Well, we didn't get a chance to include. That was interesting.
I had it yesterday as well. For some reason, the camera suddenly picks up a different light setting or something. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely gonna have to look at that. This is heavy. I think this one might go through. Yep, this one is going to just get swept out the back. And I don't even need to sweep it. So we're going to see Luxembourg just draw something in behind their corner guard. Sweepers are on that one early. Don't like the weight of it, I think. Philippe is coming out to help. That's never a good sign for a stone.
Nope.
So this one is just going to tap up against. Please tap. There we go. Tap up against. I need to be right. Just tapped up against that guard there. So Tom is going to use that to his advantage. Try to put something in behind it. A little bit outside, but that's going to come into the house. Ooh, actually got a little bit deeper than they looked. They thought they thought that was going to be top of the house, but it's in the back, which might be a good spot for it. Maybe Luxembourg won't do much with it. They won't worry about it too much, so that could give the Ducks an opportunity to put things in play. It's going to just sneak around the guards there, but is it going to be too heavy? Just carries behind the tee line, but is nicely behind those guards. So that could give something. Yep, you see it, Tom. Just going to go for, just try to draw something around, sit it on top of that, freeze it up against it. It looks a bit heavy. It's not going to fall enough. Actually, that's going to go all the way through the house.
Yes.
All right, there's the... Could be a break for Luxembourg. They've already got one in a decent spot. They're going to try to put up another one right onto it. Line looks good. If this slows down and hits that turn, then it's going to be just like right there. They're going to need to sweep this one a little bit to get it where they need it, but that is a fantastic stone right there.
Yeah. You can write that down as a potential first shot of the match.
I guess I could. Did I actually create that button? I'm not sure I created that button yet, so I'm going to have to... So I do actually have to write stuff down so I can see it after. Pretty sure I've got a button for it, but just to be safe. That one seemed to go a bit outside off his release, and does the worst, takes their own out.
Not what they wanted here.
No, that was always a risk. He looked like he had a good line, and even the release looked okay, but as soon as he let it go, it just jumped off. So
yeah, Stefan also mentioned that the release was probably the issue.
Volker with the sumo step into the hack.
Yeah.
You were saying he had an old school approach with
the way he lifts his foot before he starts his sliding kind of.
I've not seen that approach. I thought you were talking about he picked up the stone, and I was like, I don't see him picking up the stone.
Yeah, I was trying to explain it like he didn't pick up the stone, but the way he released from the hack kind of reminds me of the classic way of starting your sliding.
Right. Not what they intended, but actually had a pretty good result for them. It's going to tap that other stone just a little bit further underneath the guards, make it a little bit harder to get to, but does have something sitting right there out in the open that they can hit and roll up against or behind. So
a lot of reds in the house so far.
Tom making his final adjustments here.
Yeah, Christoph really needs to find a better place to keep his
Stopwatch. Yeah,
stopwatch, because he was losing over a second just trying to put it away. And
all right.
not that it was really decisive, but still.
No, clears out the red, but I believe Luxembourg is still sitting 2, so they're just going to cover this one up to try to prevent the Ducks from using anything. This one looks a bit heavy and a bit outside. Not sure that's going to have enough to fall. Oh, there it goes. So I was wrong.
Is this
what
heavy?
A surprise.
Yeah.
That's a nice stone. That's going to give the Ducks some pause. So full team discussion here.
Thumbs up. Yeah.
We've got the Ducks trying to figure out. Guy's giving his inputs. Tom is looking for angles. Christoph is talking. Stefan is pointing at stones. Can we see on the overhead what we've got there? Yeah, that's really hard to tell.
Yeah, hard to tell, yeah.
So looking where Tom is setting up, they're going to try to just get rid of those 2 guards there. Kind of open things up a little bit. Give them access at that at those reds behind. Well, it's now definitive which shot is second, which stone is second. Does open things up a little bit, so gonna see what Luxembourg's gonna do. They're gonna try to cover the yellow. Yeah, it looks like they're just gonna try to cover up that Duck stone to try to prevent them from using it as a to tap it through. Philippe talking with the sweepers, letting him know what he's going to be doing.
Yeah, it's important if you're a sweeper that you know where you want to have the stone, and if there's a plan B, you want to know at what point you want to switch over to a second option or a third option. If you're unaware of that, you have to rely on the skip skulls, of course. But most sweepers like to know the plan.
You see Volker indicating it's a little bit outside. Sweeper's working hard to get this one down so it has enough time to curl. And that is going to stop nicely in front of the yellow one. Good stone there. Really good guard.
Yeah. Avoids Grey Duck from promoting their Yellowstone. Now, interesting to see what they're going to do now.
I think Tom is going to try a nose hit here. And nose hit, or even possibly a little bit off on the center line that would run back and maybe get rid of both of those two. It would still leave one red in the house, but it takes a point away from Luxembourg. So I think the most important part is they just want to get rid of this one. Nose hit splits them up. Very nicely done. Good stone there. So Luxembourg with a choice. What did they do? I think they're going to try to cover up this yellow, prevent it from being tapped back.
Sweepers coming over to see the situation in the house.
Looking at a possible double. At least that's what I'm getting from the way they're tapping their brooms and everything, so... It's a tricky double. I think, not sure that would produce the result they want. I mean, if they're a little bit outside, that it yellow jams doesn't really change anything for the scoring. So looks like where Volker is setting up his broom on the shot, they're looking at just to kind of cover that up. And I just realized my thinking clock hasn't been activated. Well, it should be, but I know why it's not on. I just have to turn on a scene, so.
They're still doubting to find the best possible stone here.
I think they're debating which direction to draw from.
Now Philippe's coming back over to have a look at the house.
Interesting. Okay, so they must see something there that if the stone is not online or if it's too hard, then what the alternatives are. So playing for a little bit extra percentage there. I want to make sure this one at least gets over the hog line. Easily over the hog, so make sure it doesn't over curl circle. Oh, very
nice
nicely
drive.
played stone.
Very
That's
nice
going to
guards.
be very difficult.
Yeah.
So I think that leaves the Ducks just only one option, and that's drawing from that the open ice side. They have the whole the entire 4 foot, the entire red circle available to draw to, so they don't need to get it out to the button or anything. But I think they're trying to see if there's any way they could score multiple points here.
Yep.
Can they? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Dirk is mentioning for the senior challenge, we want to have a thinking clock. So I think they've made a decision here.
All right. Looks like they're going to try the run back. Bold call, this one. I think early in the match, it's second end. They're already only down by 1. Maybe this is the time to try something bold. You'd only be giving up a point. So, well, I guess the worst case would be somehow the promotion stone ends up staying in the house and they get 2. But I think with a takeout, that's not going to happen.
Here it comes.
Oh, Jess over curls.
Yes.
Catches it on the inside.
Which is 1 red.
All right, and while we have a second, if we get that up to date, then I can quickly edit, figure out why I can't hear anything. No, that should be fine. I'm not muted. Okay, so is it here? Ah, that's why. Now I can hear you.
That's better.
That's better.
Right, they're about to throw the stone out. So
Okay, you're back in control.
back in control.
All right, so as we head into round 3, end 3, you've given the wrong team the point.
Yes, this should be better.
There we go. So Luxembourg leads 2-0.
Yes.
This one looks good. Sweeper's just going to make sure this one gets down there as close to the house as possible. Nicely placed right there on the center line. I still haven't decided if I'm going to call it the tick rule or the no tick rule. Probably both simultaneously. Probably even in the same sentence.
I think also Volker confirming that we are using a no tick rule in Belgium.
I get this one in the house all the way to, oh, that's going to be right on the button. Very nice stone.
Very nice stone.
Right there on the pin.
He can be proud with this one.
Write that one down. Release looked a bit outside on that one. That one gonna have enough time to fall. Might even be a little bit heavy. Not sure it will get all the way out the back, but Tom's gonna give it a sweep to try to help it. And he does. So Tom's immediately gonna put another one there. Right behind it, have Guy just throw the exact same stone, freeze right up against it would be perfect.
Same stone, at least that's what I understood from Stefan's gesture there. Or he's buying everyone drinks. We have our super fan on stream.
Morning, Timo.
Good morning, Timo.
Oh, look at this. This is great. I mean, look at that. Perfect stone right again. I'm gonna have to throw this. It's 2 in a row. We might have to make a double highlight if that's the one that turns out to be it.
A wizard is never late, Timo. He arrives precisely when he means to. So how is the noise, Timo? Well, John worked hard the last couple of weeks to get the static noise out.
Hopefully it's all okay. This one's gonna curl. It's gonna tuck. Oh, just clips the guard there.
I love the new scoreboard. Thanks.
Yeah, we're asking about the sound, and he's talking about the scoreboard, so that's not a good sign.
He's gonna let us know if he hears it again. So.
Well, the good thing is that you're not hearing it now, so that's already telling us a lot. Because the last couple of streams we had before the break, we really heard a lot of static in it.
The last stream, end of December, with our doubles match, that was actually the worst. This is where we decided this can never happen again. But yeah, thanks that you appreciate the new scoreboard. We kind of hinted it ending of last season that we were working on a new scoreboard, and this is the maiden voyage. We are still kind of working on getting used to the extra actions per minute, like for instance clicking next buttons. But we'll get a hang of it hopefully during the game.
Yeah, not hearing the on ice very good.
Yeah, we had that impression yesterday that the on ice was a bit quiet. I don't know if our voices are also quiet.
Now they're talking. We were doing some testing last night and shouting and things, and it still didn't come out quite so loud. So I'm gonna have to do some more testing with that. We decided not to. No, the controller, the Nintendo controller is not controlling the scoreboard yet. That's coming, but it is. I am using the Nintendo controller to mark the shots, so when I make edits, it will be a lot easier to find. Oh, very nice double there.
Awesome.
Very nice double from Shiori. Let's mark that one down too.
Yeah. Hey Lucas, welcome to the stream. Thanks for appreciating a new scoreboard. It helps us to close the gap with, let's say, a professional broadcast footage where you can actually see which stone you're at, who's throwing the stone, that kind of stuff. We hope to add some more kind of features over the course of the season, but for now I think this is already a big improvement to what we had.
This one's going to be a little bit heavy. Falls out the back of the house. Yeah, we're going to do a lot more testing with the audio and trying to figure out why the camera, the on ice microphones aren't picking up as much.
Yeah, they're all there's also some plans to have people on the ice mic'd up, so like skips wearing mics, and that should also help to tap into the conversations, the technical debriefs, that kind of stuff, because if you really want to capture good voices, then you need to give people some mics.
Good morning, Tur.
Hey, Tur.
Glad you like the new scoreboard.
Yeah.
That one comes up just a little bit short. Again, taps the guard. So giving some protection to that lone yellow in the house.
I think the remark of people being too quiet also works for people on the ice. Stefan having trouble to hear the call from Tom. Yeah, true, Timo. We could actually use, let's say, a proper hammer, like a T-shaped icon. I think people who know curling might figure out that the pink dot resembles the hammer. And yeah.
But yes, I would like to see a hammer there too. Just be literal. Put a hammer.
Yeah.
All right, here we go, Volker. That last stone from the Ducks went a little bit long, so this is going to be a attempt to get on top of that, use that for something, or at least get it out of the way. Freeze up against it would be nice. Would leave them in shot position and a strong backing.
What was the remark about the Hubo or the Gum? I missed something.
Putting a literal hammer.
Oh yeah,
on the spot.
Yeah.
I mean, we have it in our little scoreboard control thing. It's an actual hammer icon.
It's the emoji hammer.
The emoji, so we could use the emoji there too. Yeah. I mean,
we're not cool enough to use emojis on screen. It's more for the kind of youngsters out there, TikTokers. But we could find some hammer icon. I'll have a look at it.
Oh, Tom's yelling at him right away to sweep. Might be inside. Oh, this is going to break up that guard in front of them. I don't think well, maybe they did want that. No. Oh, no, they definitely did not want that one.
Ouch.
Did not want that one.
That really explains why Tom did the little jumps there. The bunny hops. Giving Luxembourg another opportunity to score points here.
Bina, yeah, that's true. We have what you see on the Olympics is also they play in arenas. It's a lot bigger, so the sound doesn't carry as far, so they have to shout louder. We have like a nice enclosed space that carries pretty well, but also in Belgium we're just generally quieter. So
yeah, Belgians are very modest. So, in terms of expressing their opinions.
Yeah, you would love, we have, and unfortunately he's not going to be playing this half of the season, but we have a Canadian player, John, who skips for a team called Canadians, and he is a yeller. You know what he wants. There is no doubt when he tells you to do something, what he wants you to do. We can hear him through the glass in the booth here pretty easily without the on-ice microphones. But we're glad to have you. Glad you enjoy watching curling. Welcome on in. We do this quite often. We've got a full weekend of curling this weekend. 2 more matches tomorrow. And so we've just started. This is the first match of the this half of the season. So we go all the way until May. So So we will be having curling. We have doubles competitions as well. We have a challenge series for our representing Belgium at the first one is the seniors, so that goes directly to the World Championships, and then we have qualifiers later this season for the men's team to go to the European Championships. So lots of curling here on Curdia.
Yeah. Also the doubles. There's a playoffs of the doubles league coming up later this season. I think that's May, and there are some tournaments of the club. A lot of curling content. We hope to fill our content. So
you like it quiet like this.
So are you one of our international viewers, or assuming you're not viewing from Belgium? Is it a breakfast session for you too? That's kind of a thing I want to know, because we're having breakfast as we stream.
Oh, never a good sign when the skip comes that far out. They're really going to try to sweep this one over. They want to get this one over the hog line. Are they going to get it? No. Just comes up short. So that leaves that there's a nice little gap there for the ducks to come in. Tom's going to try to get rid of that red. Oh, late night for you. 4:21 a.m. Wow.
Minnesota. Some late night curling.
Fellow American in the chat. Love to have you.
Yeah, we noticed that we were growing some audience in the US and Canada. I think that's also because curling is a little bit more popular there than it is in Belgium.
Yeah, usually these 10 a.m. matches don't get a lot of views from North America, but our evening matches tend to get a lot of viewers from their musicians' hours. Okay. Oh, is this one going to sneak around the guard? They're trying to hold it. Just catches that guard. Does a little double tick and gets into the house, but not far enough to do what they need to.
Though I'm a bit disappointed with the stone, I think.
Yeah, indicating my fault. Yeah, I think that was a little bit inside off the release. That was always going to be a tricky one. Even when there's a gap like that, it's when the ice moves. So last couple weeks ago, we had the chiller break. The ice flooded. Normally, they want to try to do that once or twice a season, but this was unintentional, so they were able to get the ice back into good condition, and they sanded the stones a bit because there was a tournament last weekend. So things turn a little bit more than you would expect, even on some of the faster takeouts. So that was just one that's, even though there looked like there was a pretty good gap there, that's always the risk. If you're just a little bit off, it's going to turn a little bit too much. So they're just going to try to put a guard up in front of that red one again. Because even though that stone from Tom caught the guard, it did clear things out and open things up a little bit. Sweepers are on it. Oh, Skip's running out again. Never a good sign.
Well, at least they have a skip that likes to sweep.
Well, he's the vice skip, so technically he knows how to sweep. And so, all right, that is going to cover that one up, that red one up enough that the Ducks are going to have to find something else to do. Lucas, our highest viewers at at the same time, I think, is somewhere around 30, and that was with a match that was heavily promoted by each team.
Yeah, really helps if the teams put out the social media posts, bring their friends and relatives.
You always get yelled at for helping sweeping because you're probably just getting in the way. because you don't know how to do it. You don't do it often enough, Timo. So maybe you should start sweep training. All right, so let's see what Stefan is setting the broom up here. You see, Tom is not particularly happy with what they have to do here, but
yeah, it's dangerous, right? I mean, it's our last stone.
Last stone of the end. They've got to try to do something. Often oversweep due to your sweeping ability. I noticed that Tur is conspicuously silent on that. Oh, fell too much again, so...
Is this one red or two red?
That's going to be one red.
Yeah, one red.
Yeah, the colors here didn't switch.
Oh, this is why I was confused all the time. Right.
Yeah, that's it.
That explains... but yeah, if we look at the score right now...
So a third steal in a row for Luxembourg. Wait, no. Did they start out with hammer? They may not have changed the hammer sign on the scoreboard. Now I'm getting confused on the live scoreboard versus the...
The hammer sign is the starting hammer, not the actual hammer.
Right. But our scoreboard said Luxembourg started with the hammer. Their live scoreboard says, the IRL scoreboard says that Ducks started with the hammer.
Okay, I'll have to rewatch. See,
there we go.
The lighting setting sometimes a bit the second time it happens.
I want this one to stop just in front of the house. Does not listen to Shiori. It just trickles in there. Tom opting to leave that one alone. Ooh, the release was soft on Tom's stone. All right.
Yeah, so Bina, the hammer sign and the scoreboards, have to look into that. Normally it's pointing out which team started with the hammer, but it's...
No, the hammer actually refers to the last stone of each end. So that one's called the hammer because it has the most power.
Yeah.
Because you can, it's the scoring stone. So normally what happens though is on the scoreboards in the, you see it in the background of some of the shots, Bina, that that indicates which team started with hammer. So who was throwing second in the first round, and it just kind of figure out. So whoever wins the end throws the first stones of the next round, next end, and then so the other team gets the hammer. I hope I cleared that up. I think I confused myself in that. Good placement with that guard there. Is going to put something in the middle. I think they wanted it a little bit over top of that red, but... Good, good. There'll be a test on it at the end of the match. All right, a little change of plan. Looks like they're going to come over, put a guard on top of their yellow. I think they are sitting shot, so get it guarded up. That looks well inside. Tom's going to want this one to curl over. Make sure it gets over the hog line, but then it can get over top of that red and kind of cover things up. Nope. Over curls. Trying to sweep it into the house. Don't worry, Bina. No tests here. Answer any question. Ask any question. We'll be happy to answer it, even if you ask it 100 times.
Yeah.
I have children. I have patience. Well, I don't have patience anymore because I have children, but I'm used to having multiple questions asked a million times.
So, do we have some updates over at Sheet B with Housekeepers playing against Fury? Is Fury also opening strong in the A division?
I need to figure out which team is which color, but... Okay, just got informed. Fury is leading 3-1, and they're in the 4th, and they're very nice stone there from Luxembourg. Gets rid of the yellow, rolls underneath. Very nice stone there. Yes, Timo, you may ask any question.
Sure.
Remember this, it's the 10 a.m. broadcast time,
session,
so
right?
yeah, so please keep the questions time slot appropriate.
This is this Samson and Gert time slot. I don't know how you would pronounce that in English.
Samson and Gertz. That's at least how I would.
Did you ever watch that, John?
No. All right, clears it out. Shooter stays in play but does not get into the house. That opens up those reds though for Luxembourg. Yep, here we go. Volker is just saying, let's just guard it.
Yeah, Philippe is not really following that suggestion, or is he?
Yeah, I think he is. I think he
Yeah, this is indeed
Oh,
the
no,
moment where
no,
parents
no.
have fun.
he's looking to draw behind it.
Yeah.
Okay. Overrides Volk. But if it is short, I mean, this does give him an option. If it is short or if it over curls, then it could end up in front of those two stones as a guard. So see, there it goes, right? It slows down. It's just gonna start to fall.
And will be a guard after all, or will it get into the house?
You know, I think
It'll
it's
tap the
gonna get in
guards?
the house, but it's gonna tap the guard, which actually isn't gonna be too bad. It's gonna, well, it does leave them up for a double.
Oh. I think somebody touched the stones there.
Yeah,
Was there a, yeah.
Maya accidentally tapped it, didn't move it very far. I don't think it changes effects much, so a little tap back to where they thought it was, and
This is where Spirit of Curling is one of the nice things about the sports.
looking for a hit and roll here. Either side would be okay, preferably towards the wall to get underneath all of the guards sitting in front of the house. Oh, called for the sweep, but wants it off because it's not gonna quite fall enough to move over. Gets a little bit to the outside, but yeah, they definitely wanted that one to fall a little bit more. Now it's going to give Luxembourg an opportunity to hit and roll underneath their own. It does look like the yellow is shot, just barely. Yeah, that's it for all the way up and down all the leagues, all the different levels at curling. Bina, is that, yeah, you have, even at the Olympics, they have like officials sitting at the side, but they're rarely used. It's really like the skips from each team discuss things whenever there's something that they're not sure of. They discuss it, and then when they can't come to an agreement, that's when they bring in the officials. So there's a lot of, yeah, there's definitely an honor system in the in the game. It's like if a sweeper taps the stone, sometimes you don't even notice it, but it's the sweeper's honor to say, okay, hey, I tapped it, and so it should be taken out of play. All right, a little bit wide there. Takes kind of opens out their own. Yeah, Stefan not happy. And knocking.
We can make that into a short. And
Yeah, put that on a story on Instagram. I know just the song that we could play over it. Ooh. This one's gonna come down. Now they're gonna start to sweep. It's gonna curl over a little bit. Gonna tap that one a little bit behind. Ooh, big mess right there. Gonna see what Tom's gonna do here. Guy coming to give advice. They haven't posted the score yet, but I was told that it was a 4-end for Viry. Oh no! Sorry, it was a steal for Viry. That's 4-1 heading into the break. So Viry leads over the Desperate Housekeepers 4-1 over on sheet B. This one's going to crash into those stones in the front. Let's see what we've got here. Only gets rid of one. I think they were hoping that would stay out a little bit more. It could possibly double out a couple of them, but I think that needed to be a little bit harder there.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to check something on the mouse really quick.
Right.
Ooh, there is even a noise suppressor on our mics. Okay, that's...
You hear static or background noises?
Background noises, a little bit of breathing from you, clicks on the microphone. So
the clicks are always there. And
yeah, we'll get quieter equipment.
oh, damn.
Oh, earthquake!
Just when I was about to take a nice close up, then people slammed the door.
That is something we're going to put on that door, is the anti-slam feature.
Well, hopefully next season the lights will be lifted and we can have our cameras mounted on top of the ice, and that will also clear the earthquake stuff.
That is true. All right, Philippe with his first stone of the end. This one's a little bit light. It's gonna over curl. Just avoided the earthquake.
Yeah, this time I was ready.
Yeah, we saw them walk by. Yeah. All right, that not what they wanted. They wanted that one covered up. I think he was inside. trying to figure out what they can do here. Kristoff indicating that if they nose hit their yellow, that will possibly split those two reds, could double off them. That would be beneficial. Tom's going to try to leave their yellow in place and use the other red to run back and split those two, take two of those reds out. Said yes, then he said no. Now he's pulling it off. It's going to curl a little bit much onto theirs, but it does do the double, but it didn't fall quite enough. Gets rid of one, but now, yeah, Luxembourg is sitting in a prime position right there on the forefoot with stones in the way, so they're just going to try to draw in front of it, put up a guard, prevent the ducks from being able to get out that one red stone. At this point, they're just going to try to protect since they don't have the hammer. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to get a quieter mouse.
Yeah.
The clicks are too much. I don't remember them being this loud, though. But maybe it's probably because I had the volume turned down lower in my headset than I should have.
Well, now at least the viewers know how hard I work here in the booth.
Yeah. I'm just the pretty face. You're the actual muscle behind the production. Philippe with a wry smile before he delivers the stone. Sweeper's getting on it straight away. No, doesn't fall enough. Maybe should have kept sweeping that one to try to drag it over just a little bit more. All right, I'm gonna fix this. There, let's try that.
Breathing sounds that were
a little bit. Maybe it's better. We'll find out. I'm sure I'm still breathing into the mic as well.
Yeah, I hear like breathing and smacking. I don't know if people at home hear it or it's just the way we hear each other.
I'm pretty sure they hear it too. So we're gonna have to figure that out. Now that's our next audio, is figuring out cleaning up the booth, cleaning up our microphones. Because I almost feel like we're a little bit loud. We're getting points that are peaking, so we want to make sure that's not the case. So here we go, Tom. I want to hold this one. Really's got to catch it. It's gonna fall too much. I don't know. Tom's out of the way. And it does.
Wow. 1, 2, maybe 3. I don't know. I think at least 2. I think it's 2.
That's 2. Yeah, I think that.
That was actually very nice.
Very nice shot. I'm gonna write that down.
This is the comeback they needed to stay in this game and avoid yeah, a third loss or third end.
That'll get them back into the match. Now they're only down. So Luxembourg is leading 3-2 over the Ducks through 4. Big end there for the Ducks. They needed that one to get back into the match. And yeah, they were looking at giving up another steal. Takes it back. Look at that. The score is updated. Love that when they update the scoreboard. All right. Maya just walked off the ice. Are they taking a break? No, they're not going to wait for her. Oh, no, they will.
They will take a break.
Take a brief intermission.
Yeah. Yeah, that means we can do a quick intermediate recap of the game. I think Dirk is kind of making gestures. Come on, let's get this game moving. Don't take breaks here. What is this? See if
we have no clock here, despite what Dirk wants. But
we have a very live clock. We have a clock that really makes gestures if you're taking too long. I think he will come up to the ice and make some remarks.
Cheaper monitor headphones, that'll fix our problem. Yeah, we have some really nice headphones here, so let's see. Your voices are far louder than that noise on my laptop. Okay. Yeah, generally when we're talking, it should cover up a lot of the background noise, but we do have like a noise filter on us to kind of, whenever there's someone in the clubhouse, like today, it's not such a problem, but I think when we can't hear anything else, when we're not talking, then the mouse clicks come up. So we're still going to work on stuff like that, try to figure it out, but we're trying to be perfectionists here, you know, if...
Yeah, we have to improve a little bit each time we do a stream. But since we're having a small break, then we can go to the booths, I guess.
Yeah, let's jump over here. You can see us, and we are... Where's the booth? There's the booth. There's the button. Hey, how are you?
Hey, guys, people. So these are our mics. They should be fine. They are professional equipment. But, well, you can't buy professionalism. You can only buy the equipment, and you have to make sure you... You have the professionalism brought by yourself.
We'll get there. We'll
get there. Yeah. Well, that's improving a lot since if I watched back the first couple of streams, we really covered some ground and made some big progress there.
I don't watch the streams back because I can't stand watching myself. So it's. I love to hear myself talk, but not on recording. So
we have Timo to rewatch the streams and give us the analysis, give us some kind of quick Excel with. 55 bullet points where we made mistakes or where we misinterpreted the strategy.
Yep. But, you know, okay, I'm hearing noise. No, I thought I heard some noise, people rushing back out onto the ice, but no, they're...
So, John.
See, there's Philippe behind us, so...
Yeah. Luxembourg's debut so far in the A division in Belgium, they have not disappointed, and they are present without their kind of normal skip Alex. So Alex can be proud if he's watching at home or if he will be rewatching the game. He can be proud about his performance so far. But Luxembourg, they come out strong in the A division and they are giving Grey Ducks a hard time so far. Yeah,
they really are. They're putting pressure on it. They're making some shots. There's a bit of inconsistency at times, but I think both teams were seeing that, and so it's been a pretty evenly played match. That's the word I'm looking for, you know. Yeah. So everybody's you know, it's good. We like the exciting, we like the back and forth. You know, I think that as they figure out the ice, as the ice wears in, we're going to see some more you know, more challenges from each team trying to figure out, okay, is it slowing down, where is that spot? I mean, as we've been watching the shots come down towards the near end, we're finding where just before the logo it slows down and breaks a lot. So teams are starting to play for that. And so now we're going to see, I think, some adjustments made.
Have you noted down a couple of shots of the matches so far? I think maybe 2 or 3, if I recall correctly.
I have 4 written down.
4, so 4?
5. I have five written down.
Yeah. Because Luxembourg was the team that had, let's say, the big first viral short with Dan Kelly going over 1,000 views on our shorts, and that really kind of opened up the door for follow-up shorts that broke through that record. But that's the kind of honorary mention you can have for Luxembourg. That team put us on the international streaming markets.
Yeah, instead of that, we're building towards that, Timo. We are actually going to build a scoring system similar to Curlet that teams can use, and so we can use it as well for percentages and kind of statistics and things like that. So I got a lot of buttons on this thing, so I can start programming things in there. So that's the intention. All right, so it looks like they're back out on the ice and ready to go. So enough of us. Let's get out and
let's hop over to the real stars of curling, the curling players.
So Guy leading us off here in the fifth end.
Yeah, for English people, this is not just kind of a random placeholder with a guy throwing a stone. Guy is a French name. Cured a lot in Belgium. Now something's changed with my... no, it's back.
Yeah, I muted myself because I was doing something.
Yeah, Curdia score instead of curlets. First we take the city, then we take the country, then we take the world. The world of curling. But for now we'll just try to keep our breathing sounds under control.
Oh, scoring us as what we could, right? Yes, that would actually be funny. Is like how often am I right or wrong? What is my accuracy from looking at the skips and what they're calling for?
That would be so meta, like a scoring system to score broadcasters, and pretty painful for us to watch afterwards. But maybe who knows?
This one is going to tap it, but it does not quite have enough to get it out of the house. Not quite sure if that was the call. I missed it. We were too busy talking about scoring systems and things. So it means if I'm going to start giving scores, it means I'd have to pay attention to every stone, and that's probably not going to happen. Just going to try to take this red one out. Might be a little bit wide. Is that going to fall enough to catch the stone? I don't think so.
Nope.
And it's going to sail just by. That's a job for Pim. Scoring is hard work.
We can bring in a volunteer, maybe Tuur. He has lots of experience filling in curlets. How am I supposed to know where that's a 4 or a 3 or a 2?
It's just a guess.
True.
Oh, this one's going to come up short. Skip should have come out sooner.
Yeah. So you're actually calling this to be a Skip's mistake?
But aren't they all?
Yeah, Skips is responsible. That's why they call the Skip. That's why you name your team after the Skip.
Yep.
If you're wanna be.
If you put your name on it, it's always your fault.
Yep.
All right, another opportunity here for the Ducks to get rid of this Luxembourg stone. Looks to be all right. Nice nose hit.
Yep.
Watch out for the hack there. Good save, Tom. Keep putting this too close to your mouth. Maybe that's better. Oh, yes. Or either that or you stopped breathing.
I stopped breathing, but I can't really hold my breath for another hour.
You don't know until you try. What if your friends thought you bought a team because it had your name?
Yeah.
Catches the yellow, gets rid of it. Unfortunately, the shooter slid out of the house as well, but most importantly, job done. Get rid of this. Get rid of that. I would give that one a 3 because she lost the shooter. Timo will probably say that's a 2 because she lost the shooter.
Stefan going for the guard. Tom not really sure about that option. And Tom we trust.
2 out of 4. Yeah. So that's how I'll include my scores. I'll think that's what that should be, and then I'll just take one off because I know Timo would say no. It's this one. Is that gonna fall enough? Might be a little bit deep. That's gonna get all the way behind the tee line.
Yep, it's too deep.
So is that a 1 or a 0? I would think a 1.
It's still useful in some way, but on the other hand, it's not really the intent. So
yeah, it's not what they called. So I don't know how often zeros are used. If it's, you know,
I think, yeah, if I've peeked on some of Dirk's sheets, and well, zeros are not that rare.
Okay.
Well, if the stone is just not what you ask for, you can use it, but then it's a 0.
1 out of 4. Okay. All right, so let's try to get the score on this one. He's going to draw in front, probably try to put it freezing up against that yellow, maybe a little bit in front of the tee line. So based on that, to draw, it's in the house. Placement was wrong. Okay.
And it's behind the tee.
This one is going to over curl a little bit, but it's almost what they wanted. I'm giving that a 3. Timo's probably going to tell me that's a 1, but it is sitting open. Stefan should be able to yeah, freeze is hard to score. That makes sense. Yeah, I mean, because it's even a little bit tap. 1 out of 4 for a freeze. Okay. Ooh.
What happened there? Did it pick up something?
I have no idea.
There was something very strange going on with that stone. I had no clue. Yeah, I think it did. Yeah,
picked something up straight off his hand, and
we're looking for Waldo dirt.
We had 3 big initiations yesterday, and not everybody was getting all of the stuff off their shoes, so could very well be a little bit dirt left out on the ice.
Did you know that a lot of people think if players kind of wipe the ice with their hands, they do it because they remove dirt, but that's actually not the case. Sometimes if you throw a bad stone, that's because the ice is angry and it's a god, and you have to make sacrifices and you have to kind of pet it. So players would just pet it. Oops. And this is not Stefan throwing, so I'll just click the next button. But it'll be better if we have it connected to the clicker device.
Yes, it will be.
So
yeah. Good positioning there. A little bit guard. Next time, try to kiss the ice. Oh, thanks, Bina. Thank you for the notice. Yeah, we have the headphones going, like our microphones go directly into each other's headphones, so maybe we're not getting that, we don't get that noise canceling, so maybe that's why we're hearing it clearer. But thanks for the heads up. Appreciate that.
Thanks, yeah.
I'm really surprised you're still awake at this hour. I thought you would have gone to bed, but I'm glad you're sticking around.
Yeah.
All right, I missed the call here. They're going to try to draw it in behind that red. There's my problem. This one looks to be good. Starting to fall. They're going to try to sweep this one. Little curl. Ooh, Tom almost going down to kiss the ice in the hard way. Does not curl over enough. Does kind of put a protection over the button, but I'm not sure we're looking at shot stone there. No, I think the red one on that side is still shot. Takes a while to wind down after a gig. So what do you play, Bina?
Are you a rock star or a classic musician? Opera singer? I don't know.
Gangster rap, you know, it's all out there, right?
Hip hop. Country. Minnesota. What's kind of most popular music in Minnesota? You would know, John. You're an American.
I think it's going to be more rock in Minnesota. This one seemed to be a bit inside. Volker not happy. He is tapping the ice. Hands up. Ooh, over curls. Catches their own stone, but unfortunately for them, it's going to catch that yellow in the back and keeps them in the shot position. That could have been disastrous. It kind of even is, because it does open things up a lot for...
Yeah, he knows he escaped disaster here.
Yeah.
Could have been so much worse, well, but it didn't happen, so he can be relieved. Classic rock bar, classic rock in a bar. Oh, that's good music. That's a fun time. It has been a while since I've been into a bar gig. I don't even know if they really even do that here in Belgium. I don't know either. They might, but I have no idea.
I think they might be doing trying to draw and tap it back. Give them some cover. They don't have to move that yellow one very far back to get it into shot position. Just about a little bit more than a few centimeters into the red. Sweepers are jumping on that one. Just want to make sure it gets down there. Is it going to fall? There it starts to fall, but it also means it's slowing down. Is that going to have enough to get there? Oh, just comes up a little bit short. But still in a decent position. They can still use that. Ah, that's why this is such a calm and contrast. Yeah, I can imagine. No. Rock music in a small bar. It's going to be quite loud. This is definitely the opposite of that. And back in my college days, I used to work as a bartender, and even just working as a bartender coming home, it was never straight to bed. It was always like, I need a little bit of time to unwind and relax. So I know these late night hours. Okay, while we got some thinking going on here, quick update over on Sheet B. Housekeepers took 1 in the 5th. So in the 6th end, it is Yuri 4 and Housekeepers 2. And we've got Housekeepers with a strong position right now, sitting 3 shots in the house midway through the 6th end.
Yeah, no statistics on Housekeepers. Gary is not here, and in some earlier matches, Gary would keep track of scores and have game information, game data about the Housekeepers games, but not today.
Here we go. Philippe, I think he's going to try to draw this one in behind those yellows. Very worst, even just putting one in front of them would make it difficult. Seems a bit wide, though. And quite possibly not hard enough. But then again, something short would take away a draw. Except that's going to be a little too short. So still... Not an ideal stone there. I'm giving that a 1 just because it's somewhere there, but I'm expecting Timo to jump in and say, no, that's a 0 because...
I'm also wondering, Bina, like, how does somebody from Minnesota that's watching YouTube at 4 a.m. in the morning discover a curling channel in Belgium?
Yeah, can they double that out though? I think it would. You'd run the risk of always having one of those reds stay, either the top red or the back one jamming on one of those yellows at the back. Stefan thinks it's a bit heavy. They want this one. It's going to get around the guard, but it needs to stop there. It starts to fall. Sweeper's getting ready, but it's going to carry just a little bit.
So many people in the house. Hard to kind of see where the stone will end. But...
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right on the tee line. Is a little bit exposed, and it's usable as backing for a draw.
Oh, we were recommended on American YouTube at 4 a.m. That's nice to know.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love that. Difference between a good call and what I want to see. Okay. Okay. There's a chance for a jam. Yeah.
A curl jam.
That has to be probably one of the most used names in curling throughout the world.
Every bonspiel has a curl jam, probably.
Almost certain.
I'm signing up with the Belgium Cup, not with my regular team Takeout Tigers, but with my friends in Ghent, because I did an initiation last year and they wanted to curl at some next opportunity, and kind of the Belgium Cup is a nice opportunity to curl with friends and compete and play some games actually. But then we had to come up with a name, and most of them are geologists. They're into dinosaurs and that kind of stuff. So we came up with the name Tyrannosaurus Rex instead of Tyrannosaurus Rex.
I'm surprisingly okay with that name.
Yeah, so it has dinosaurs, and a Tyrannosaurus actually rocks, because that's a pretty cool dinosaur, and it has a pun for curling with rocks, I think.
Yes, we did, Bina. A lot of teams use like curling puns in for their team names. If it's not like team and the skip's name, they often use curling puns of some sort. So Curl Jam is a very, very popular.
In the Belgian League, we have Ramsteen. Steen is like Dutch for a stone. And it's a pun to Ramstein.
We have so we have the team, the Desperate Housekeepers, because the circles are called the house.
Yeah.
We have Stain Goods, which it sounds like good stone, but it actually translates to dishes, like plates.
Yeah.
So it's another one. What else do we have? Oh, the stones are often called ducks.
Yeah, you're forgetting the best one, and we're playing them this afternoon.
Oh yes, the
And they have an awesome logo, by
the
the
team
way.
with the best name and best logo in the world. Wipe my ass, but it's Ace, which is ice in Dutch.
Wipe my eyes, yeah.
But you kind of pronounce it sort of like ass, and so they have
Do you have some flags in here like we can show their logo
they
quick?
they do. Let me go grab that. I know I have one somewhere. I'll go find it.
That's actually a killer logo, and there's a little star detail that's really making the big difference. Jonathan is going to catch that flag. They have a huge fan base. Every time they play, they bring all of their fans and wave the flags with their logo. So, last time of the game, and after this ends, I'm gonna promise you we're going to show the logo, but first we're going to show you this stone. See if Luxembourg can take another win. So, John, did you find a flag?
I did. This one is going to sail wide, and a
yellow.
steal of one for the Ducks to level things up through 5.
Yeah, nice. Pretty nice.
Did I mark that there? Let's see. Okay, yeah. All right, so I have the flag. I'm going to make sure I can show the side that we're allowed to show. Okay, so if you switch to the booth. So
Check it out, right?
wipe my ass, and their logo is 2 stones, but
They're also
look closer.
their cheeks, and they have the handles. So if you want to kind of grab the logo, you have the handles to grab it, pull it towards you.
Yes. These guys are very creative. They have jackets with that logo on it and everything. It's truly the best.
They put the logos on their corporate vans, so
Yep.
every job they attend, and they also have nice names because they don't use their real names. They use names like Orlando Broom instead of Orlando.
Yep. You have Polly Penguin. What is Ben's?
Yeah, I've heard.
Yes.
I don't. I'll ask them this afternoon.
There's that white balance thing again.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are a very fun group of guys.
Yeah.
The competitiveness is very far down on their list of things they like about curling, and it's often their warm-ups are a couple of beers.
Yeah, true.
We've had to stop them from coming in during the break to have other beers because it's supposed to be a 5-minute pause. Sometimes they take 10 or 15 minutes, so we've kind of had to say, hey, you need to do. But they're great. They're a fun bunch of guys.
Yeah.
You're not on the right scene, so we're just seeing.
Oh, yeah. I was not. I can see all of the scenes. I have the God mode right in front of me, but
Yeah, and these guys live very close to the rink, and so they often have a lot of people, like their friends and family, coming to watch the games. They have one of their kids is on the one of their sons is on the junior team, so they come and they support them as well. So very big, very popular group of people here in the club.
yep.
And we'll be playing them this afternoon. Unfortunately, we will not be broadcasting the match. We may decide to stream it, but as of now, we've kind of decided the broadcasterless matches aren't as interesting to watch. So
Yeah, it's better to have quality over quantity at some point, especially if things go wrong or if there's a kind of technical issue we couldn't figure out while we're playing, and then afterwards we discovered that we have 2 hours of stream that's really low quality. We had that issue with a previous stream where we had audio difficulties, audio challenges.
No. The kids' names that last season they were the Zemst under 18s. They have decided to call themselves the
Curling Cubs.
Curling Cubs.
Yeah.
This season. Oh, look at that big Swedish curl back over there in front of the yellow. No, and there was some talk about what teams they wanted to use, what names they wanted to use, and so the under 18s Skip, her name is Myrta,
and we were making jokes about something, and she's like, "You can call me Myrtle," and then someone said Myrtle the Turtle. So we suggested using Myrtle and the Turtles for the team name, but she opted not to.
That would actually be a very funny name. I think it's still pity they didn't win with that name.
I think so too. I think Frank chose the coach chose the curling Cubs, and the kids just kind of said, "Yeah, okay." That is a good stone there. Nicely placed. Gaps overlaps that red. Protects the yellow one behind it. Very nice stone. Now maybe we'll get to see Myrtle and the Turtle show up at the
Cup?
At the Belgian Cup, because it's going to be a mixed team with the skip from the women's team playing with some of the junior ladies. So maybe they'll go with Myrtle and the Turtles. But if it's Caro is skipping, then maybe she won't want it. Who knows? We don't know what they're going to be called.
Yep.
I'm sure they'll come up with something good.
Back when I was doing doubles with a girlfriend, our name was Nyan Curl, and we had a team logo of Nyan Cat, kind of reshaped into a curl version of that. There's a, how do you call it? It's a cat with a jam toast or a
Pop-Tart.
A Pop-Tart, yeah.
Pop-Tart body and farting out rainbows.
And that's the one.
There's a 10-hour video on YouTube of it.
I still have the logo on my Instagram page if you're curious.
And the funny thing is, independently, somebody came up with that same idea for a team and made a t-shirt of it.
Yeah, the Nyan Cat has all kinds of variations, so it's a kind of fun to make your own version of Nyan Cat in some type of theme. So I think every sport or every topic has a Nyan Cat spin-off.
All right. Is this one going to stay outside and roll? Nope, bit of a nose hit, so sits out there in the open, but clears out the red. And actually here, a nose hit would still leave yellow in shot, so... But I think the most important part is just to get rid of that yellow sitting there in the house.
Maya having to run to catch up with the stone, a very hard stone apparently.
Needs to fall. It's going to just get by. There it goes. Actually, this might not be bad. This is going to catch over and gets that double. Oh, not quite what was called. Ooh, that's tough.
That's tough. I think also Tom is kind of doubting whether that's a double or not. Then he made a very good stone there. I think that's maybe potential shot of the match there.
All right, I'll write it down. I guess it was...
I mean, it was a nice stone, right?
That's true.
It was well executed, and it almost had a very good payoff.
Shiori, T-O... I'll write down the ×2 just because. There we go.
Didn't your clicker device record at times?
I'm not 100% sure that's active, so I'm writing it down as well as clicking it just to make sure. Because I would hate, because it's the hard part about going and finding the shots of the match is I have to go and watch the whole thing again. So if I can have a timestamp and say, hey, that one was worth looking at again, instead of having to watch the full 3-hour match again.
You know what we should have, like in the 5 minutes before we go live and the starting soon, a quick reel of the shorts to get people hyped up with all of the kind of good quality stones.
We could do that. Yeah, that should be easy to make.
If we have that content anyway, we have one short that's just going through the roof at the moment.
Yeah, yep. It's picked up another 3,000, 4,000 views just over the weekend, so...
Yeah. I think in the last couple of days we didn't have any new content, and just that video alone gave us a couple of thousand views on our channel, and it's actually still growing.
Is this one gonna sneak by that guard? No, a little bit outside. I gotta be careful. I'm speaking too soon because it's falling so much at some point. But I was correct there.
Yep.
All right, Tom immediately coming out saying, let's put a guard here. Wait. Wait for it. Yeah, a little bit higher. There we go.
So 2 options there. Before the stones or behind the stones. There's always a... It's always nice if you throw and you know that there are some multiple options.
Yeah, so now that becomes a question for Timo. We know their options A and B. And so what if he gets it on option B? Does that still make it a 4? Or does that make it a 3 or a 2? Do you still base it on the initial call of what they wanted? Like the main call.
And what's the preference call? Or I need A objective. But if you kind of shout out, well, a B objective is equally good, and you end up on a B objective, is that a 3 or a 4?
I'm going to give that one a 2. You'll set the scoring guidelines over. So now we're going to have homework.
Yeah. That's
but it's scored on A objectives. All right. I kind of figured that. That's kind of the idea. So that one there. No, then I don't give it a 2. I give that one a 3. It's just a little bit off, but it's still doing its job. A little bit outside. I give that one a 3. Oh, okay. So it's really based on intention, not on the results. That's true, because you could throw a really bad stone but get a good result out of it, and it still should be considered a bad stone. That's as far as scoring and percentage-wise. Oop, a little stumble there. Oh, and then he does go down. All right, I'm going to mark that.
Would you score that stumble a 3 or a 4, John?
I don't know. Feet came apart on the landing.
I'd say at least a 3 because he smiled and his feet went way up in the air. So
that's true.
Those are bonus points for style.
But it's a big 0. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you've got to score on what's intended. This is going to sneak in between those guards. Looks like it is. Now they got to sweep that one in there.
Oh, very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice. And in front of a T line behind the guards, that's just perfect. That is a 4. Textbook 4. Unless I'm wrong.
Was that what they called? That's the question.
That's the question, yeah.
My pen is not working.
But it's not shots. So maybe in that case that's a 3 because if they would have swept it earlier, I don't know.
No, because it's not the result. It's what was called, and was that close? Ooh, that is tricky to decide if that's a 3 or a 4 because it didn't get to where they wanted it to be. It's a little bit off. So
I suppose they wanted it to have it maybe just on the dolly, freeze it up against the yellow one, and have a very well protected shot stone. That would be my guess.
Yeah, so I'm giving that a 3. Timo's gonna say it's a 1. And this one, they're just going to try to cover things up. Make sure that one gets down there deep enough just to stay, but don't want it to over curl.
Trying to find an angle where the stone is in frame. Was not possible.
The Ducks are very good at blocking the camera angles. Oh, we've had it on the wrong thing this whole time with stones on the scoreboard. It's been on the ends.
Yep,
there we go.
About that. Well, Well, it's not broken. It's just
User error.
yeah. And you had the names of the people in the screen, so I would give that mistake a 2 out of 4. It was still useful. It's not broken. And
No,
probably-
no, not.
but it was unintended use.
Yeah. Well, it's fine. I mean, it still shows, but yeah, we have the new scoreboard with the new technology. We need to show it off.
Yeah, we need to brag about it.
I am definitely going to get a shock mount for that far camera. That little bit of vibration is just annoying me. Philippe really taking his time on getting set for that one. This is an important stone for them.
Yeah. This looks good. Ooh,
Not
barely missed it.
quite. Not quite. And just stays outside.
That's so unfortunate. You have 2 very nice stones sitting in the red, but then there's that one yellow stone that's blocking you from scoring
Yeah.
winning. Just
I think the most important thing, Guy is saying maybe we should cover up this thing, but they need to make sure they cover up that gap. That's the important part, because if there's any sort of gap, they're going to try to go for it, and then they can use the red to tap it out, and then it's going to be at least 2 red, possibly 3, so possibly 4 actually. So if they don't get this one right. Quick update from Sheet B. Viry scored 2 in the 6th, so they lead at 6-2 over Desperate Housekeepers. Important stone here for the Ducks if they want to steal this one. This needs to block that area off.
if anybody can see the stone, let me know.
There it is. Peeks out a little bit. Taps off that middle one. Pushes it back into the spot they need it.
Good tap.
Good stone there. Giving that one a 4.
The road is closed. So now what do you do if you're Luxembourg and you have to find a scoring opportunity? Last stone of the end.
What options do they have here? Are they going to try?
We're going to try to, I think, just go right from the guards and then give that redstone a little tap to roll towards the center. That's, I think, what they called for.
This one's inside,
No, they're
but
going to
not
promote red
far
ones.
enough. No,
Good work.
it's
No.
no, it's gonna catch it. It was too far inside, but didn't fall enough. So big steal of 1 there for the Ducks. It's 3 ends in a row. They've
They turned the tide,
scored.
really.
Definitely brought it back. Yep. They weren't far out of it on those first 3 ends, and now they've kind of started taking advantage where they need to, playing some good stones. And throwing last stones, you always like to have that opportunity where you're just throwing guards. You know, your team's done enough, so that's all Tom had to do was just throw a guard up there, and made things well. All right, so Guy will be leading us off here in the 7th.
Tom often calling for the stone in the house instead of building with guards.
Yeah, sometimes you just want to put some pressure on the other team. If they want to just go ahead and play takeouts, let them play takeouts. But if they leave it alone, then it gives you an opportunity to do something. And so it puts pressure on the other team, I think, early on.
Mm-hmm. I really wants it in the house.
Sweeping it hard, trying to get it over. Just comes up short. So Luxembourg is going to come right back, put one right behind this as well. Ooh, a little bit outside there. Is that going to fall enough? Sweeper's trying to work this one, get it to the house. Going to come up just a little bit short.
Draw right behind the redstone. Make use of that guard.
This one looks a bit on the heavy side, but this could be useful. It could, if it falls in, it taps.
I think it's too hard. Maybe the tap will be useful, but still.
A shooter is going to go out the back of the house.
Just sticks in the back.
No, it's
Sticks in the
just
back.
it's in play, but it's I think just outside the house.
You're not going to build your game strategy around that stone. That's
No. But it could have, if it had stayed biting, it could have
I think it's
come into
biting
kind
though.
of. Nope.
No, it.
No.
No.
Nope. But it did tap that yellow one into the house. But that also means that Luxembourg can. Oh, he's looking to go something around the outside. Okay. Wants to split the house here, put something out there that's not very usable, but this one is definitely outside. It's going to fall, but it's not going to get nearly as wide as they would want it. And is it going to have enough to get into deep enough into the house?
Well, if they wanted it,
They should have swept that. Yeah, should have swept that. I think they were maybe afraid of if they swept it, it taps the yellow, but I think that was never going to be too much of an issue. Yeah, I think Tom's going to look just to come around behind it. Oh, guarding it, changing his mind.
Yep.
Stefan holding up two fingers, gonna be pretty much where they want it. Looks good right in front. Oh, is that gonna over curl?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
It still overlaps it a little bit. There's a little bit of a gap there, and it might be overlapping that red one just a little bit there. So there's a possibility that it's going to work out okay. Just a little bit of an over curl. This one's going to... That one fell quite a lot at the end. They wanted that to tap the red one back, but I don't think... I think that was just a little bit heavy.
Yeah, not like that, no.
But it does push that red one into shot position, way back there on the side. Not something Tom's really going to mess with, I think. Or maybe he does. We've got options. Try to draw it around behind everything. I think we're going to be seeing a draw here.
Sliding is way on the outside.
Yeah, but he didn't correct too much with the stone, so maybe it's okay. But it's definitely kind of on the light side here. Yeah, they don't want this one to tap the red one too hard, so they're going to stop sweeping it. Yeah, I think that one was... I think the... Excuse me, sliding was off, but he didn't overcorrect the stone. But it just didn't have the weight behind it that he needed. All right, quick update over on sheet B. Housekeepers took one in the 7th, so it is 6-3 for Viry heading into the 8th and final end. Housekeepers are going to be looking to steal 3 in that one just to level things up. Is that one going to get all the way over? Yes, they just
Barely
bring it over.
It is useful that Volker with sweeping hard to get it over.
Yeah. Just one more end, sir. You'll be okay. You can make it. I believe in you. Okay, so Tom asking Stefan to come back and try that same draw that Christoph just did. Want to get this one over, but this one looks inside as well and light.
Bunny hopper.
That one is also light
there.
and oh, is this one gonna kick out? No, okay. Fortunately, it doesn't tap on those guards and block out that center, but Luxembourg's gonna come back with a draw from the other side of their own. Try to put this one on the button, put some pressure on the Ducks. They're sweeping on it right away. Is this one going to have enough to get around that yellow at the front of the house? See there, it starts to turn. Sweeping hard,
It'll
trying to
tap
get
the
it
yellow
around. It's just going to tap the yellow one, but it does trickle in. Sitting 2, but it's an open hit and roll here. We see Philippe indicating that the stone was inside. Volker might just have been a little bit tired
Yeah.
from all the sweeping he's had to do this end.
I think you have to do a lot to get this guy fed up. He's so happy.
Sweeper's trying to hold this one. Oh, excellent stone. Excellent shot there.
Very nice one.
We are going to write that down. If my pen works. Oops. All right, so just cleaning up the rubbish here. I'm going to move some things around, possibly get that red tapped into the house, but I think with this kind of pace, it's not going to be very easy to hold it. Let's see. Nope, catches it a bit too far on the outside, doesn't really do what they wanted it to do. Yeah, looks like they're going to just try to play, like looking at different options. Tom doesn't like the idea of trying to draw in behind it and leaving something outside that Luxembourg can use as a hit and roll. So they're just going to try to clean this red one out of the house and force Luxembourg to do something. Like this one to hold. There we go.
Very nice. And the shooter stays, which is not easy all the way on the edge of the house. Very good stone.
Yep, good stone there. Not gonna, and it's also not easily usable as a hit and roll in.
Yep.
So good stone there from Tom. Give the Ducks a potentially big end here. Lots of thinking going on this one. Not too long, though, because my timer hasn't popped up. Although, actually, can you click that one there? Yeah, there we go. Once they've taken longer than a minute, it should pop up on the screen. I'm hoping. But I had to turn some things off while I was testing the audio, and I forgot to turn things back on again, so maybe not. Seems to be a bit outside, and I want to say heavy. It slows down now. Once it hits that spot, it starts to slow down, so...
Yeah, they need to sweep with this one.
Wow. All right, so apparently I can't judge the ice anymore. Not a problem. I mean, we all know that I get things wrong from time to time. It's not like we have a hashtag for it or anything, so... All right, so this is going to make it decision a bit easier for Tom, just to kind of... we're going to put up a guard, keep that red one. Oh, and another one goes down. Philippe going down a very slippery spot back there. Watch out for the ice, Philippe.
Just want to make sure they get this one in front of that red, cover it up. Just has to get across the hogline, doesn't have to do much else. .3.2, tough judge. Tough judge.
3.2. What time is it in Minnesota by now? Is it like 5 o'clock? 6
It's
o'clock?
almost, it's 5:45 a.m. there. So that does, I think there's an opening there, but it's not a big one. So I think they're looking to try to draw here. They can use that yellow one as a backing. There are not a lot of good options, I would say. They have options, but they're all tough. I think the Ducks have done a pretty good job of kind of closing things off.
Yep, they're sitting at 4 right now. This could be a big end.
No, they're sitting 3.
1, 2, 3. Oh no,
that one.
Yeah.
You can keep willing that one in the house, but it's not going to be in the house. So, but there is a draw. They only have to bite the forefoot on the side. So that's what they're looking at here. Yeah, I think this is their best option. This is like the highest percentage here.
Stefan did a little prayer. Because one good draw can really change everything again.
Yeah.
With all of the guards sitting in front of the house. But can Philippe make this draw with his last stone? It's an important draw. It's scoring 1 point or getting 3 points.
No, Volker is just shaking his head. It's way too hard.
Oof, yeah.
And that could be handshakes, to be honest.
Why would that be?
Because if they score 3, they're down 4 going into the last end.
Yeah. So that's...
So we're going to have to do some counting here. Let's look over the top. I think it might only be 2.
Was it 2 or 3? I'll mark 2 for now and have it confirmed as soon as 3.
Scored was 3.
See, this is why we really like teams that put up their score immediately after the end.
Yeah.
You could do it for us, but also for the viewers. That makes it 3-7. Well, now we'll see if will they do a handshake.
No, they haven't done handshakes, so they're going to continue. I think for Luxembourg, it's just good practice. I mean,
it's not that they can drive home for a quick lunch.
Yeah, exactly. They're stuck here.
With us. They can rewatch the game.
Sure. All right, let's see. We will mark the chapter heading into the 8th end. The Ducks lead over Luxembourg 7-3. Big end there, big steal for the Ducks. Ducks are just going to be looking at, just throwing this one away.
That's a good decision.
Don't need to give them anything to build up behind, so let's just get rid of that one. So now Luxembourg is going to need to try to build up here.
Oh, I missed sliding.
I swapped over, but yeah. I don't have as fine control. I can just change the camera, the scenes, and not the camera angles. Oh, unfortunate stone there. Doesn't make it into play.
And they really need those stones right now. I mean, they want to score points. You can't really throw them away like that.
Yep. Tom just saying, throw it away.
Must be fun throwing lead stones like that.
Yeah, it gives him some practice with his, takeouts, making sure he gets that speed. I mean, as a lead, you don't often get to play takeouts, so it's nice when you can practice those.
Yep.
Just in case something comes up.
So Timo, how would you score that? Would you call that a 4?
Yeah, do you get to add a 4 to your score sheet? Because that's an...
I would think so.
Oh, that was fast.
Oh, it's just a non-stone. Okay.
It's a kiss.
This one gets over the hog, gets out on the corner, and just gets into the house. They wanted that to stop short so they could build up behind. Okay, so it doesn't count in the calculation of the your final statistics.
Yeah, I can relate why that's the case.
Okay. Update from sheet B. Housekeepers stole one in the 8th, but it was not enough, so Viri wins 6-4 over the Housekeepers.
Nice opening for Viri there.
There we go. Tom just taking this out. He's going to try to sweep this one out. They don't want this one to be in the house at all. Look at Tom putting all that effort into it. Good stone. Good shot there. Extraordinary sweeping from the skip. We're going to mark that one down as a shot of the match there. This is something you don't see that often, a skip putting that kind of effort into the broom. Love to see it.
Yeah, I mean, this is why you want to have these kind of skips. They can make the difference. Imagine if that stone would have stayed in the house, that it would have been a totally different situation. But because of all of the talents and the experience of Tom, still don't get why he left Steve Raken. Such a good player. I think he wants to make room for upcoming talent.
I think he realizes he's getting old and the seniors is where he belongs. He's roughly my age, so I can make these jokes.
Yeah, true.
All right, this one's into the house, but the Ducks just gonna try to clear these out.
No comment from Timo. That's the first time that.
Oh, this one's going to sit, but yeah, that's okay. That's okay. They're gonna take it out. Oh, they're gonna freeze behind it. Freeze up on it. Okay. And they got to do something. So this is probably their best opening here, is just try to freeze up against it.
So yeah, congratulations to Viri, the B division champion of the first half of the season opens with a win against Housekeepers, and they started their season pretty strong. And I think they haven't lost or drawn a single game so far. They've won everything all the way in the B division now, the first game in the A division.
Oh.
So
strong team there.
Yeah. Well, imagine if they could keep up that streak and then go up against Team Veraken for the championship.
That would be an exciting matchup. This one, they're trying to hold this one straight. Seems like it might be just a little bit. Oh, it just catches it.
Oh.
Good sweeping there.
Yeah,
that was good effort from the sweeps there, just to catch enough of it to get it.
Yes.
Tom acknowledging the sweepers there.
Yeah, they know that.
There you go. Well-deserved
Very good.
high five on the stone. High five in the rock.
Now it's Volker Stern. They still haven't managed to get a stone into play so far, and they need to score 4 points to pull off a tie, and that will be difficult.
Yeah.
So we're down to the last 4 stones of
just coming up short. It gets into the house, but not the freeze that they wanted.
Get it out.
Just get it out.
And at this point, even ducks don't even care if their stone is in the house. They really nothing to worry about here.
Yep.
Just want to make sure they're not letting Luxembourg score.
The ducks have become bulls. They are just taking all of the red out of the house. They're triggered by all of the red color right now.
Oops. This is not Volker throwing. This is Stefan, but that's okay. Oh, maybe the one thing they did not want. Does jam on the yellow, so the red one does stay in there. Nope, you need to hit next one more time. There we go. All right, so they're going to try to draw this one behind that yellow. Use it as a guard. Yeah.
Did I miss a joke?
Yeah, I will. So on the new score sheets, if it doesn't go into the house, so we know if it doesn't go in the house, it's 185.4 centimeters. And Dirk got tired of everybody asking him, hey, what is it if it doesn't make it in the house? Because people forget. So it's written on the score sheet now what it is. And somebody still wrote down the wrong number.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so I'm not the only one who deserves a hashtag. I mean, that's definitely a hashtag wrong moment.
For some reason, I'm still thinking we're doing a stream this afternoon, but we're actually playing.
We're playing a match this afternoon, yep.
Right? No footage of the stone whatsoever.
Nope. Tom is
as usual
so good about getting that getting in the way there. We definitely got to get the overhead cams.
Yeah. Sweepers waiting for the final decision, but not needed because there's the handshake.
Oh.
And this game is officially over.
Yeah, there's nothing they could do. They were only 2 stones left. No chance they were going to be able to score 3 or 4. So just deciding to shake hands, call it a match.
Yeah, well-deserved win for the Ducks, I think.
First one is in the books.
Yep.
And there we go. Well, it's a good start to the spring, winter, whatever season, second half. We'll figure out what to call it. Thank you, Timo. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for
Timo.
letting us picking away. Lucas, the result on sheet B was Viri 6 and Housekeepers 4. So lots of steals, lots of ones going back and forth, but Viri was able to score a couple of 2 ends, and that was the difference. So
in our game, I think was actually pretty nice surprised by the quality of Luxembourg. They started with 3 wins in a row, 3 ends. Unfortunately, just 1 stone. But well, if it's a steal, then steal is always good.
Steal's a steal, yeah.
The Ducks struggled a little bit in the beginning, but then after the 4th end, they came back in the game, turned the tie, and I think they're kind of a diesel. They found their skill level, and then they just marched over the game and finished it with.
I think the execution improved a lot for the Ducks in the second half of the match. I think that was the big difference. It was, both teams had their struggles in the first half a little bit, missing stones, not by a lot, but a miss is a miss, and it opened things up for the other team. And in the second half, like the Ducks were a little bit more solid, and I think that allowed them to put more pressure on Luxembourg to make more difficult shots, which they just weren't able to make. So, you know, a good match from the Ducks there, a good opening start to the season. You know, Luxembourg doesn't have anything to be ashamed about with this match. It's not a bad loss, but they're going to have some work cut out for them to for the rest of this weekend. I think they have another match tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll have a look at the calendar. So the Luxembourg have a match. Also, Grey Ducks, they have a match. This is our schedule so far. So Grey Ducks, they won against Luxembourg, and tomorrow we have 2 more games on stream. We have Brewers Ducks, the other Duck team, against Fury, and then Fury against the Grey Ducks. So we have Fury against the Ducks. Ducks all the way. Fury, they won their first game, and if they have a good streak tomorrow, they could end up, they could close the weekend with 6 points, leading the A division for I think about a month. I don't know which teams will play 3 games.
I don't know. No, actually, they'll play 4. They have another match this afternoon.
Oh, right.
But I forgot to write it down, so I don't know who they're playing. I think it might be Staying Good.
Yeah,
but I'm not 100% sure. Not 100%.
No. It's Luxembourg, because Luxembourg and Fury came over for the weekend, and I think it's Fury Luxembourg this afternoon.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
they're playing each other. So the 2 newcomers are playing. So maybe that's an opportunity for Luxembourg to score some points, and if not Fury, so that would mean
Fury with a strong weekend could be putting a lot of pressure on the top of the table. Sitting out there with 8 points would be a really tough ask for a lot of the other teams.
Yeah, so no updated table. That's something it's hard to do live. But
that's also the B division.
That's also who cares about it? Who cares about the B division? So this is the real stuff. These are the heroes, the athletes. So imagine here Fury sitting on top, and then Grey Ducks. I think Grey Ducks is from first position. That's depending on their LSDs, I guess.
I don't know what the tiebreakers are on it's head-to-head, obviously, but that's not a case, and so it's either going to be LSDs or stones for stone differential, but we'll find out.
Yep.
So Vereka's got 3 games in April.
Wow, that could be nice. So that can mean Vereka will sit maybe in the second half of the table for almost the entire season, and then do a big jump. And
don't make me so excited. It's too early in the morning.
Too early in the morning, yeah. But for now, Fury Grey Ducks leading the A division, and Luxembourg and Housekeeper sitting on the bottom of the A division. But that doesn't really say anything.
No.
We have more matches coming up this weekend, so the table will have a big update by Sunday afternoon.
Yep. Of course.
So I think we can close down here.
We can wrap up. Yeah, thank you guys for watching.
Yeah, we still have our breakfast. We haven't touched our breakfast. So apparently eating and streaming is pretty hard to do, but we have apple flopping.
A little bit higher. Because of our thing.
Apple flaps. Do you say apple flaps in English?
No, we don't. Those are
apple flaps, by the way.
Apple turnovers, I think. Is what we call those.
Turnovers seem weird. I'm gonna call them apple flaps, but this is going to be my lunch. -1 boterkoek.
Oops.
All right.
Thanks a lot, Bina, for stopping in. Get some good sleep. Thank you for tuning in, watching, and everybody who tuned in at home. We appreciate it. You know, we love always having you guys in. Don't forget to do the YouTube thing. Like, subscribe, hit the bell.
Hey, Wayne.
Why our socials down there? Follow us all over the place. Wayne, hi. Thank you very much.
Tell your friends. Tell your family.
Yep. And so until next time, we're going to say bye, and we will see you. There might be a surprise stream this afternoon, but I doubt it. So tomorrow morning, 10:15 a.m. Belgium time, we will be live with another doubleheader tomorrow. So until then, bye-bye.
Bye.